I have an Alien Star MPU that came to me as either non-booting or booting intermittently. And what I found was that at some point in time, sockets at U2 and U3 were damaged. They were splayed out by probably the insertion of some kind of machine pin sockets, maybe a U2, U3 daughter card. Hard to say, but when I pulled the ROMs out, you could just pull them out with finger pressure. You didn't even need a screwdriver, so I'm pretty sure that's what the root cause of that is. I installed a CR2032 battery holder, which has become my favorite for System 80 games. It's easy to do. I didn't scrape the reset section because it is clean. This is a pretty clean board. Did replace the 100 microfarad cap, removed and replaced the 5101 because it was an AMI branded chip, and I've installed the slam switch mod, which is that loop of wire below those two lower components. It's booted up just fine. These are 3 Lizzie System 80 score displays. It's alternating between nothing and zeros right now, and they look really nice. And this one here is from Brett at where's he from? I'm drawing a blank. X-Pen, and this is another X-Pen display. They all look great. I really like all 3 of these. The driver board I've tested multiple times, and it has no failed circuits on it either. But let's put it into test. Let me turn off this light. Make it a little easier to see, hopefully. And that's a little too dark. All right, let's try that. So into test we go. I'm going to skip from 0 to the important test, 16, which is lamp test. And it actuates the tilt relay a couple times, then the coin lockout relay, and then it starts cycling through all the lamps. These lamps here are the Q and not Q output of one of the chips on the driver board. So the lamp test is working fine. Now we are in solenoid test. One of the interesting things about 80A games is that it tests the sound circuitry. So in a little bit, you're going to see these 4 LEDs turn on and turn off, one in turn. And I really like that feature. They don't do it in sound 8421 order, but they do it. And the next test is switch test. Oh, I hit the button too quick and we're in display test. I'll watch the ones go by because they're different, as I've mentioned many times. All right. 5101. No errors. Let me go back to switch test. Here we are. I'll go across the diagonal of the switch matrix. And we are good to go. So this CPU board cleaned up nicely and is totally functional now.